Welcome back, everybody, to Raw Ginger, and we don't have a resident ginger, but we have Redneck Ray back, and we have Beef
How
Rinaldi
you going
back.
through?
Pizza.
So how you been?
Mate, I've actually just noticed what that actually says on your bonnet. I didn't realise that's what that said. I thought that said something else. I've only just clicked.
Fresh. Fresh hat, man. But
My
I've been
usual.
been busy working the usual.
I've just been trying to get the content out.
You've been busy, man. The same with
I have been.
Andrew. Maybe as well too. They've all been busy.
Exactly. Life goes on, but we stay busy and we do what we do, and we're back here doing what we do.
Yeah.
Hey, about this one.
Nothing
So
beats talking about wrestling on a Tuesday night, man.
before we jump into what the main topic is tonight, what did you think of Saturday night's main event?
Well, I agree with what Debbie said on the group chat. It felt copied and pasted. It was original. There were nothing new. I would say the CM Punk match did save it, but again, it could have been better. The booking could have been a lot better. And
The
only for
Punk match was the surprise twist in my eyes.
I mean, I was just so shocked that when because I forgot that it was actually on. I was like, I'm too busy to watch it the night. I'll watch it in the morning. I looked up what the card was, and I was like, right, here's my predictions. And then I watched it the next morning. I was like, wait a minute, is that not what I predicted? And then I looked back, and I was like, that's exactly what I said. Every single
that's
one of them.
right. You predicted that it coming the pay-per-view, man. Hands
And
down to you.
I was like, it shouldn't have been that predictable, but
No,
it
I'd
was.
say it was copied and pasted, man. It was the original content. Hopefully, in the new lead up to the new landscape, as Triple H says, it's got to be a bit different. We should give Logan Paul a chance. I think he could do it. I think he'll be really good.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still
Oh,
unsure about Logan Paul.
We all need to give him a chance. I wasn't unsure about him, but see, we have to be honest, like his matches so far have been amazing. He's been like he's only had about 4 or 5 years training now, and he's doing better than half of the wrestlers in there now. He's
That's true.
doing better than half the AEW roster.
Well, since you've mentioned Logan Paul, his last big match was against Jelly Roll, which takes us in to what we're actually going to talk about. It's music and wrestling.
Yeah, best type of talking, man. I like the music and the wrestling, but the music's kind of is iffy. The music is iffy, man.
It's been a while since there's been like something that you hear it, and it's like, that's the wrestling.
And it sticks in your brain. The
Because,
Limp Bizkit songs, they're instant promos like The Rock and with the Stone Cold and Undertaker's theme song, and oh, it brings back so many memories when you listen to them on the radio and on the telly.
I know.
mate, I've
Because,
got a habit of putting a playlist on Spotify where it is just wrestling theme songs.
I've got the
Like
same thing, man.
I'm known to be cutting about the house helping Laura, and it's I'm an ass man or I'm a sexy boy, and I'm proper. I'm posing and everything. Like, but it's like you said, it's that's but from an era where the music when as soon as you heard it, it's like that's wrestling. That is.
aye. Because
Mm.
when yous were like really young watching it, that was like peak Attitude Era.
Yes, well, that's
When
the best time ever.
when I came into wrestling, I was like 5 years old in the 80s, and it was like
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart, Macho Man, and it was like things like
the
that. You'd Million
golden
Dollar Man's team that worked for that era.
Aye.
Mhm.
And the evolution from that to Jim Johnson's music to getting in actual bands, that was like sort of the becoming of the Attitude Era going, let's get actual bands in. Jim can still do some of the themes for like some of the Lorcard guys, and if they get bigger, we'll get them a band to put their theme in.
Mhm.
And going from like the stupid wee cheesy themes to that, that's really when like the rock and wrestling stuff for the 80s just evolved into the Attitude Era with the
Mhm.
metal and the rap and the rock.
It worked.
It
Aye.
worked fantastically. What was your favourite of all of them? Just one of your favourites.
I would need to say the Raw intro, man. The 2002.
Move to
Is
the
it?
music.
Yep, that one right there.
The
That
two
was
music was
classic.
Yeah.
fantastic.
And the same
Because Debbie
Marlon
had put that
Mann.
up as well, saying that was one of her favourites. It's that as
Aye,
soon as
that,
she put that up, I was like, yep. Didn't even need to hear the song. I heard it
Mhm.
playing. As soon as I read it, it's like, yep.
And the same too with the Marlon Manson, beautiful people as well too.
I was about to say
That.
the exact same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They two
When
songs go hand in hand. You just expect it when one song comes on, you're expecting the other one to come on afterwards,
exactly.
and it's because of that. See, I've got a different approach to the favourite one. One of my favourite songs to come out that I heard through the WWE was "I Dare You" by Shinedown. It was
Mm,
the promo song for WrestleMania 22 in the build up for Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle.
mm-hmm.
And that promo, because it was promoting the underdog, it was basically pointing the finger, looking back at it, is pointing the finger at the wee guy's got to win. So it
Mm.
was, but it fit for the time it was. It's one of the kind of songs that if it wasn't for that song being in WWE, Shinedown wouldn't be half as big as they are.
Mm-hmm.
That big, they're immortalised in my skin.
Nice.
And it's all through watching that WrestleMania when I was a wee boy.
Right, some of the promos and all that back in the day, it does give you goosebumps watching them. But see,
Mm-hmm.
like they don't even make promos anymore. Like the build up to the big matches anymore. Like they don't get you that.
It's all completely changed now, so they don't need an epic type song to put to a video package because the
Mm,
Aye,
video packages in like the late 90s to like I'd say about 2008 2009, the video packages where the music was fantastic, but after that it just sort of faded away, and
aye,
it's like they
it got
didn't need it. But like you said, with the Rock and Austin, they had My Way with Limp Bizkit, and they also had the My Sacrifice. You could
hmm
you could not turn on the wrestling in 2001 without hearing that between January and the April when that was on. That is the two songs you heard every 20 minutes. They were
I'm just
etched into your brain.
I've got goosebumps just thinking about
that's
that.
why we've got them stuck. That's why we still know the lyrics.
Exactly. They're like like they were back in the days, man. They were the best times for wrestling fans. The wrestling is good, but it's no it isn't anymore what it used to be. The music and
Listen to Mark sounding like an old man.
tell me about it. I'm in my 30s now, man, so I can get away with that.
Aye, back in my day,
Back in my day, I had Hulk Hogan telling me to take my vitamins, and I didn't realise that the vitamins meant, Coke. And,
And steroids and shit.
it's, I still take these vitamins.
I know. Rest in
Even
peace.
even at that, Hulk Hogan's song is
That.
synonymous with him. But it wasn't
hmm
even his song to begin with. It
But it made Hulk Hogan who he was. It's
was, it
crazy.
aye,
was Wyndham and Rotunda's song as a tag team.
Oh,
When
was it?
when it was Barry Windham.
Oh, see, I didn't get that. I thought that song originally was just based for Hulk Hogan.
Not they used it first
Uh,
because
uh,
if if you get there's a wrestling album and it's got that on it, and see after the song finishes, you hear Jesse the Body Ventura saying, "Oh, crappy Wyndham and Rotunda," because they were good guys and he was the bad guy announcer,
Mm.
and it's like, oh, so that was,
That's pretty cool, man.
I
I
was
didn't
going to say
know.
that. I knew it was a tag team beforehand, but
and then
I
they
couldn't for the
recycled
life
it
of me
for
remember
him.
who it was.
Aye,
Wow. But it's crazy how that managed to work perfectly for Hulk Hogan.
and now it lives on as his theme song forever.
Yep. Forevermore it's got to be sketched in history as Hulk Hogan's theme song.
Yep,
Right.
that's another thing.
The air guitar.
About theme songs, who would you say has the most iconic theme song in all of wrestling?
See,
Like
that's
the first note, and you just know who it is.
oh,
Taker.
I would say the Undertaker too, but the one that hits me, I would say, is I don't know if you remember. It was back in what 2003, 4. Is that gone? His theme song.
That go now.
Mm,
His theme song. I've got
I
it.
was
Say,
quite thinking.
of my way.
that was a
See,
good one.
man,
That was a good
was
one.
quite quite relevant to what he was because he was handicapped with one leg, and it was impressive when he was taking on the Big Show and fucking Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon. The dude was he was crazy, man. But I would say like that was one of the best theme songs that hit me. Like, oh yes, man.
I'd say that you are both wrong, and
No, of course. Right.
Right.
it has to be DX.
Yeah,
You
well, okay.
you hear that?
I,
You hear that? Dun dun. That DX is coming.
Break it down. Yes, you're right. Get the glow sticks out. Suck it.
I agree with that.
It built
I
a
agree.
generation of
It did.
anarchists.
And it still kept going throughout the years, and it can probably still keep continuing on for generations. You know what I mean?
I
It's
know.
crazy. Again, that song's got to be done like Hulk Hogan's song. That's got to be sketched in history. Is aye, people will ken exactly when that they two notes hits. Boom, that's DX, man. That's coming.
Aye. So
See,
for
I think
me,
an honourable mention. I was going to say an honourable mention on that side of things as the ones Motorhead done for Triple H as well. They're kind of straight
yeah,
into it.
Mm,
You just know
definitely.
straight away that nobody else that could be. And then when you hear Lemmy's laugh, it just adds to it.
mm.
Although I do get quite a giggle now with the trend of putting any other person laughing into that song because it makes me laugh. I find it funny. I heard Peter Griffin doing the laugh. I heard Hank Hill doing the laugh. I nearly died when I heard Hank Hill's laugh doing it.
Funniest one's Woody Woodpecker.
Oh no, that was
That is,
best.
I
Oh no.
couldn't believe I was creased totally in half laughing at that, and when somebody asked what I was laughing at, and Woody Woodpecker laughed. Like, you've been serious, that you don't understand.
That's the thing, though. Even with like bands like Motorhead coming in, they're sort of so linked to wrestling because of like one wrestler,
Hmm.
I
and you've got people like Ozzy who came in during the rock and wrestling things, like Ozzy and Alice Cooper. Like
Oh, I
they were phenomenal names putting their name onto this really upstart at that time because it was territories at that time, and they paid all this money, essentially putting themselves in debt to get these people in,
hmm.
and then to get the pop fans in, they brought in Cyndi Lauper.
That was
So,
crazy.
so they're getting
that is
rock,
funny enough.
they're getting rock, they're getting metal, and they're getting pop, all watching to see why are these people in wrestling,
Get his views up, man.
and
Get
it got people interested. And then it's like, oh well, they're away, but look at all these great characters. And it was
Mhm.
because of the music, people and their music, bringing them in, that pushed WWF/E to where it is. If
Mhm.
that hadn't kicked off the way it did, we would still just be watching like territories and like independent stuff because nobody could have got to that level.
Oh no, they wouldn't have.
And I think it's thanks to the music industry and what they've done to help push the wrestling.
I agree with that one as well,
Getting
man.
involved, getting involved. It was mentioned in an Alter Bridge interview recently about how Edge continues to bring them new fans over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and it's one of the kind of things that works kind of on both sides of things. Like wrestling fans find out who the band are because of that song, like I mentioned before about Shinedown. They
Mm-hmm.
find out about that one song and it gets them hooked in the brand shooting, buy the albums. But then there's somebody random Alter Bridge fan flicking through the channels and goes, "Wait, why is that Alter Bridge song on there?" And they get hooked that way,
Aye.
vice versa.
It's a great relationship that music had, and I'm saying had, with the industry because nowadays you don't really see that as much.
You don't, and
No,
it sucks. Is it no more? Well, I read up. Is it no more AI like stuff that they're doing? Like, no hearing for people doing AI. I'm all about that, but like, it's no. It doesn't give you the same feel when you're
Mm-hmm.
watching wrestling anymore.
Like, there's not been like a real iconic theme song from a wrestler
Hmm.
since really the Attitude Era ended.
No, they've no, and like you see, ever since they changed up the whole getting rid of their entrance music as well, I did not like that. I disagreed because the half the songs for the wrestlers suck. They don't even go with the persona. The other day, like the prime example, Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
I I dread his theme song. That just doesn't work. And it worked at the start, but see, hearing it every week, it just. Nah. Bring back his broken dreams. We need to bring
Mm-hmm.
that. Some of the wrestlers need to bring back their old theme songs, man. They need to.
I
You
like
know,
the theme that Drew used in ICW. I think that would fit more
mm,
with the character that he's doing.
that would
Drew
fit
Gallows
perfectly. Aye.
is with it, man. For that they gone with him, the angle. Aye,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
The angle he's got, I think that would really fit his character, wouldn't it? That's
Definitely.
the kind of character he was when he went back to ICW when he left WWE.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the last real iconic song that you had was CM Punk.
It was
Really,
pretty
we
think
call it
about it.
personality. Again, that was like the last time that like an actual song from an actual band was used for a
Mm-hmm.
wrestler. After that, it was like your generic 1980s type songs for like the randomers that are coming in. It's like they don't really need a theme song; they just need something to walk to the ring to
Aye, to
on
be very.
on the big show. That's it. And it's like
Aye.
we need this relationship back with like big acts in the music industry. I know we've recently they've had like Jelly Roll, but he didn't plug any music, which I think for him he wanted it to be just him. He's not plugging anything. He's there to do that
Aye.
match because he's such a fan. And then we had
Right.
Bad Bunny as well, and I know there's a lot of controversy now with Bad Bunny with the Super Bowl, but I did not have a clue who he was when he came into the wrestling. But see
It was
that match with Damien Priest?
wow. It was amazing, wasn't it?
That was one of the best matches of that pay per view.
It was. Aye, he did really well for the amount of training that he had for the lead up to that match. Wow,
He had like about 2 months training with
2 months.
Damien Priest.
It's
And,
impressive what you can do
and
if you're
I
really
know,
good.
and Damien Priest was like, he brought it, and I'm glad he did.
Oh
And it,
yes,
it
man.
was it showed that he was also a fan. And people are, oh, but he didn't speak English. Like, so what? Look at what he done in the ring. He's
Like,
not a wrestler,
He
and
doesn't
look what
need
he
to
done.
speak English. He
And
doesn't need
then
to speak English. Damien Priest spoke Spanish too.
exactly,
you know what I mean? So,
and then through that, him coming into the wrestling, they played some of his songs, and it's like, yeah, they're all right. I'm not a
yeah,
fan,
they're one of the best.
but they're not terrible. I've heard worse.
Aye,
It's like you
But
could have it on the background doing something, but it doesn't phase you as much.
exactly, but they've got that relationship with these people, but they're not using their music that much. And like for the pay per views, each pay per view would have its own theme with a band,
Mhm.
maybe sometimes an up and coming band. So many songs from pay per views that I enjoyed were from bands
Yes,
that I'd never heard of.
I'm the same.
so live
Well,
and Drowning Pool. That's another two bands that I discovered through finding them on a pay per view, and that was WrestleMania 18.
Mm-hmm.
So they did one of them done the theme song for the actual event, and the other one done like I had said, at the Shinedown song again. It was a song specifically for the main event.
Mm-hmm. Another thing about wrestling and music is wrestling gimmicks with musicians. In the 80s, you had the Honky Tonk Man. In
mhm.
the 90s, you had Jeff Jarrett and the Roadie.
Mm-hmm.
2000s, they didn't really do gimmicks, it was all just the Attitude Era. But then they brought Elias in.
Oh man, Elias was amazing.
His in ring ability was fantastic, and he could play music. I've actually
Aye.
listened to his album, and it's actually really good.
I'm the same. His album's pretty decent.
And as
I
soon as you
can't say
heard,
I have listened to it.
as soon as you heard that guitar strum, you're like, somebody's
Yeah.
coming in to kick the shit out of him.
Yes.
I want to know who it
Aye.
is.
The best one was when Edge came and done it. Hit him with some with the spear, boom.
He wasn't even
Everybody,
supposed to spear him.
I know, and that's when he was like, "Yes, here comes Edge." Boom. A few weeks later, he's coming back.
It was the fact that you could see it in the ring, and then Edge just sort of put his shoulders down, and then Elias is like, I'm getting speared.
Yeah, he's like, "Ah, shit, just there."
They hadn't
Yeah,
planned it. They hadn't planned it, and he's like, I'm going to take a spear for Edge.
who
Who?
wouldn't?
Exactly.
Who wouldn't? I would happily do it.
And
Aye.
and all of that was just because they gave him the platform with the music.
Hmm.
And I think they need to work on that. If Triple H actually watches everything and he's watching us, get out there, stop going to the White House, and actually invest in some decent music coming back to
Focus
WWE.
back, focus back on the olden days. Like, it's no that hard today. You know what I mean? Like, they've
Uh,
got the money, they've probably got more money now than what they did back in the day to actually bring better, like, I'm not saying they're better, but like better, bigger artists into it. You know what I mean? So there's nothing holding them back.
the thing that's holding them back is TKO.
Hmm.
They don't want to fork out any money. They want the money coming in, and they want to make the shows for the least amount of money possible, which means
Yeah,
not paying anybody to do music unless it's AI.
pretty
Which,
much.
like you said, I don't care that people use AI. If they say we're using this to do that, that's fine. Like you said, you have played about with it. Some of the songs that
Hmm.
you've put out, they're actually really good. Your
Aye.
dad, your dad, he's putting out song after song after song. He's got about
He's
six albums worth now.
oh man.
Your dad's putting out
Oh,
fucking punching music out quicker than most musicians could even dream of doing it.
Exactly. And
Every other day there's another song by your dad on. If anybody's listening to this, go and check out Mark's dad's fucking tune, by the way.
they're actually Marco Rinaldi, look him up. They're
yeah,
fantastic.
the songs are good, so
And
he's on Spotify as well.
he's doing that using AI because that's the tool that he can use to make this music. And that's fine if WWE want to use people who are using AI, just come out and say it.
Mhm. But
Aye,
try and get a
be
lot
honest about
better.
it. Don't try and hide it.
Aye,
Aye,
because
there's no.
sometimes they could get something that's like, this is fantastic. And the person that created it using AI as a tool can say, yeah, I created this using
Mhm,
AI. Here you go.
exactly. But no, like, I don't know. It might hit the pride too much be saying that. But they need to, if it's AI they're working with, they need to work on it a lot better because like what they're producing now is guff. It is.
No, and all that stuff about them using AI to write the shows.
I do believe it, but I don't believe it. Again, like
I mean,
yeah,
with some of the storylines that have been coming out recently, I don't know. I'm more inclined to believe it because it's like they've programmed so many years of stuff into their filters, and it's like, oh, do this. Like, oh, these people don't wrestle for us. It's like when they
mm,
started going to Saudi Arabia and they're asking for like Andre the Giant and Macho Man and Big Boss Man. It's like,
was a
well,
whole
right, Andre died in '93, uh, and Boss Man died in like the 2000s, and Macho Man died in the 2000s. So you can't have any of them. Anything else you want?
end up probably wanting Hulk Hogan next to fight the fucking Rock.
No, they're getting Hogan and Warrior too.
Mate, I'm looking forward to that.
Stairway to Hell match. Oh no, we can't talk Hell of the Dead, man. Rest in peace.
I think we're past it too soon, Mark, for that one, if I'm honest.
You brother.
So from all the different decades and all the different eras of wrestling, personally, I'd say that my favourite had to be the Attitude Era, going into like the Ruthless Aggression era. Just
Mhm.
at the start of that is when it was like peak music and wrestling. Obviously, I was a fan of the rock and wrestling stuff because I was a Wayne when I was watching that and I loved it. But this was like when I was able to go see these bands and stuff. So that they would come and I'd be like, yes, I get to go see these bands. And it was fantastic because I got to see Limp Bizkit, I got to see Nickelback, I
Oh,
got
you
to see
bugger.
all these people, and it's like, that is fantastic. And I get
I
to
go
see
to
them
see
every
Oliver.
week. So, what would you say was like the best era for the music?
I would need to go with what you've just said now there. For the reference,
I
I
was
go
going to say the same.
to the attitude era, man, because like for 2007 downwards, that's when it was the best. For 2008 onwards, it kind of just started to drop because that's when they brought in like the other like rappers, like one of the WrestleMania songs, "Written in the Stars."
Mm-hmm.
And MGK, like no him, I like MGK, but like the song they brought him for WrestleMania 2, that didn't go with it. Like that song was, I'm pretty sure, was about suicide. You know what I mean in the video, and they're bringing it into WrestleMania. It just doesn't. Some of the songs I've picked for 2008 onwards, just no.
Aye. So,
Yeah,
and
I agree with yourself with the attitude and ruthless aggression thing because I was always more into the rock music like yourself, Kev. I go to see I go to see Metal English played live. That's a fucking great buzz.
No, I've not seen any of them live, so up yous, man.
so we're all in agreement then, and I'm pretty sure that for what Debbie was saying in the chat, that probably hers would be the same as the Attitude Era was the best era for rock and wrestling.
Yes, hands down, man, hands down.
What would you say then is like your top three theme songs from the wrestlers from the
Man,
Attitude Era?
mine would need to be The Undertaker, American Badass, eh, the Hardy Boys, I like
Mm-hmm.
them, and eh, the Billy Gunn, Mr.
Mm.
Ass, Mr.
Aye.
F. Whoa. They were my
See,
three top songs, man.
and you've still one of mine because I was going to say the Hardy Boys. So I'll replace the Hardy Boys with the Dudley Boys.
Oh, right.
Uh, yeah. Just with the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys, similar to what you said with Elias, you straight away thought, right, somebody's jumping off something high and somebody's getting chucked through the table.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming. You just wanted to know who. But after that, DX was mentioned, so that's just going to be an honourable mention. Triple H's motor hit the game. That was definitely one that I did the pose and acted along to every chance I got. I'm pretty sure I could. I'm not even going to say I'm pretty sure. I know I can still spit water like Triple H. I'm
That's
not
for the
going to do it right now in case I cover the these way water.
that's your challenge for the channel next week, mate.
Well,
Have a shot of it.
since the Hardys and the Dudleys and DX have all been taken because they were on that list.
They were the best ones, though.
They were, but I'm going to say Stone Cold.
Oh, yes.
Aye.
You hear that glass shatter, you know people are getting beat up.
Yeah.
With that episode of Raw, every
Well,
every match, his music came on, he stunned everybody and then walked back.
I was about to say, like, every episode of Raw, it just came out and fucking boom, stunned. You just said that episode of Raw.
But his song was phenomenal, especially for him. You hear that glass shatter, shit's going down.
But there were him, I'm pretty sure there was like two or three the songs.
And
Yeah.
Disturbed done a version, and somebody else I can't remember.
Aye.
But
When the stuff right.
so I've got Stone Cold, I've got Edge,
What edge, that theme? First or
uh,
second?
second,
Yes.
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie,
Yes, yes.
Aye.
and
Can't never even thought of that one, man.
my third one, X Pac.
I was going to say X-Pac as well too, but
Aye.
X-Pac did have a good theme song as well,
That,
man.
that would never in my bingo card
Equally.
there, man.
Even when he done the X Factor thing, even that theme was fucking amazing.
Yes, that was, man. It was perfect for him. It went with his persona, definitely.
Did. And that's the thing. They got the songs to match the people.
It's
Aye.
like they put in the effort back in the day, but now it's
And
like, here you go.
and like with The Rock, his theme changed so many different times through the years. But each time it changed, it fitted what his personality was at that time.
hmm
Whereas people like Stone Cold, it had like a couple of different ones, but essentially it just went back to the original.
I was about to say, it didn't feel the same. His original one just hit that, it just hit the sweet spot, man. Every time he came out with it, that was an OG song for Stone Cold.
And then you get people like Shawn Michaels who just never had to change his. From when he
No,
became the Heartbreak Kid, it's been the same.
I
Because his
love his.
character
Only
didn't
change
change.
being who sang it.
Shawn
The
Michaels,
only change being who sung it.
Shawn Michaels and Sherry Martel sang it, and that's
Yeah,
the original one. That's the best one.
That's the only
that is
change.
the best one.
I know they changed the singer and like made it a bit more up tempo, but apart from that, it's the exact same theme from beginning to
Aye.
end, and it never needed to change whether he was a good guy or a bad
Oh,
guy
God.
because it worked for
Mm.
Shawn Michaels.
It went with his persona, man.
Exactly, and they need to get back to that. Build your wrestler. Here they are. What theme goes with that, and give them it.
hmm Like, I think this is Cody Rhodes a different theme song too, because that one's starting to get on my nerves as well too, man. Like, holy crap.
I know.
It's unbelievable. But again, there's Randy Orton, his theme song. He's had that for years, but that fits him to a freaking T as well
Yeah,
too. Like with his character, it goes. He could have that until he hits the Hall of Fame, and it would still
definitely.
bad
I
on.
think he probably will now. I don't think he will get around to changing it now.
I don't. I think Randy might be one of the ones on the retiring list in the next couple of years
Mm,
because he's
he's
not
not
getting
getting.
used as much,
No.
and he's starting to take a back seat. I think he's going to go into the production side so that he's still got a job because I don't think he's going to go to any other promotion.
No, I can't
No.
see it. He's been dedicated to the WWE for years. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly.
Longest
So
serving member of the locker room now.
aye, him and probably Rey Mysterio.
They're literally the
Aye,
longest there now.
Yep. So
Crazy.
on that note, I think we've decided that WWE need to take their finger at their arse and get back
Hmm.
to doing Attitude Era style music for their wrestlers and events and hype them
Yes.
up a bit more.
Let's get wrestling back to what it was like.
Exactly.
make wrestling great again.
Make this a trend, people. If you're listening to us, make it a trend. Let's get this to the WWE. Bring back Attitude Era music. Come on.
Back to
well,
attitude either.
well, we've got less than a minute left, so it's been great talking about rock and wrestling, and
Damn right.
we'll come up with something next week as well. And hopefully, we'll have our resident ginger of the Raw is Ginger, and hopefully, we'll have Debbie back as well, and we can figure something out to talk about.
Yes,
So,
that
No
sounds
problem,
fun.
guys.
as always,
Until
see
next
ya.
time.
Pleasure as always.